Absolutely.
Hello, how are you? Welcome. It's the morning programme on Destination Newry. I'm delighted to welcome on board Moria Magee, how are you, Moira, and Denise Close, both from our Ladies Past Pupils Association. And we're heading towards Friday night of this week in the Canal Court Hotel at 7:30, where it's the annual fashion show, a time that frazzles your brains, girls, you were saying. Busy, busy, busy.
It has been very busy, yes. It's been a huge undertaking, but at this stage we're very confident that it's all going to come together and it's going to be a very good night.
How did it do last year?
We haven't actually held
couple of
a
years,
fashion
is it?
show
No, this is the
as
first
the
one.
PPU.
This is your first one. I
This is the
thought
first
you'd
one.
done one of these before.
No, this is the first show. We had a big gala ball last year.
That
which
was
we'd-
it. I'd get
we'd
confused.
raised funds last year.
At
for that,
70,
but-
you get confused between gala balls and fashion shows, I tell you.
Yeah, so this is a big event for Friday night, and there's a lot of past pupils who are actually doing the modelling. So
Yes.
it's going to be a fantastic event and part of Newry Style Week as well. So
Very, very
we're
good.
really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I wish you well with it. Now, what format will the evening take?
There are 8 shops involved in the fashion show.
Yes, Newry
And
shops.
8 shops, 8 local shops. There's Berling, Gasp, Silk. There are quite a few shops in Debenhams, and there are there's a Lorsha, which is run by Loretta
I know them
Fagan.
well.
And there are 2 bridal shops, one local, Bridal by 7, and the Wedding Gallery, which is up in Carrickmacross, but it's owned by a former pupil of Our
Wonderful,
Ladies also. And basically, each shop will showcase their fashion by, as Denise said, former pupils or committee members, and we'll just take the shops in turn. There'll be an interval, and during the interval there'll be entertainment.
Now, what's
provided.
the entertainment?
What's the entertainment?
Well, the
Denise?
entertainment actually is coming from girls in the school.
The
Back
present
in-
girls.
Present girls in the school. Back in February, we had got Our Ladies Got Talent.
Wow.
So the 2 of the winners are actually performing at the interval, and they are absolutely wonderful. So it'll be
What are the singers?
singers, and they play piano as well.
Wow.
So yeah, and play guitar. So they're absolutely fantastic. So it'll be
Yeah.
great to see them now as well on Friday night.
You're working at Our Ladies, aren't you,
I
up
am
there?
indeed, yes.
How is Our Ladies these days? Paint us a pen picture of the happy environment that is Our Ladies.
Our Ladies is excellent. It's a brilliant skill, as everybody in Newry actually knows anyway. The girls, they're a fantastic bunch of girls, and they work extremely hard, again, as everyone knows. We've got great facilities, and we're also trying to add to that all of the time, hence why the Past Pupils Union have become involved so closely with the school, and we're trying to promote and help the school as much as possible.
I think that's the greatest sign of excellence of any school, that those who have been there
Yeah.
want to continue the contact. And you guys do that. You're continuing that contact.
I think it's very important that that does continue, because without the help of the likes of the Past Pupils Union Committee, there is no way that we'll be able to do projects within the school and help the girls. Like, there's a number of projects have already happened, and girls have received awards, bursary awards, and they're
actually-
very grateful for that. That's
Yes,
just happened recently.
there's-
What is the bursary award? Tell me about that.
There were, it only really started this year, and the girls had to make an application, and they had to put forward why they felt they deserved to get a certain allocation of money towards it. It really depended on what they decided was important, be it something to do with sports, the arts, perhaps
Fundamentally to do with their education.
Basically,
yes.
yes.
Of course, yeah.
And so 4 awards were given out.
It was, we're giving out.
How much
about-
altogether?
That was
That was
Roughly.
£800.
Oh, 800, yeah.
Mhm.
That could be tidy
Yeah.
enough for a person.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and
Get
we've
it along.
also, the Past Pupils Union have helped with a comfort fund, which is available for families in need, and that's taken care of by the pastoral VP in the school.
Yeah, but that would
So-
be very, very hush-hush and very
Oh
confidential.
yes, of course.
Absolutely,
yes, of course.
absolutely.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
also, there's also fundraising done for things in the school, items in the school that, the budget just doesn't cover. And the Past Pupils Union are there also to help out.
Are you strong? How many people have you got?
There's about 20.
Yes, yeah.
And is that-
We just started last year.
Mm.
In January of 2013, it started up again, and we had 15 last year, 15 members, and this year now we're up to 20 members, which is great.
We
The-
need
the more the
we need
merrier.
everybody.
At
Of
the moment.
course.
Yeah, we need everybody.
Well, maybe the event on Friday night's an opportunity to grow the union.
Yes,
Well, at the moment we have about 450 past pupils on our database.
Yes.
You know, so it's great. It's easy to get in touch with them, sending emails to them,
Yeah.
letting them know about up and coming events, you know, and they have been very supportive.
What makes now we have, dare I say it, the Sacred Heart, dare I say it, St. Louis, and I dare say Our Ladies. What are the characteristics, in your view, of each of those schools? What are the special characteristics of Our Ladies? To a lesser extent, you may know what characterizes a Sacred Heart girl, and similarly a St. Louis girl. But what is it that makes an Our Ladies girl stand out?
That's a very difficult question, I think, Rowan, you know, because I
Yes.
think every child is extremely individual, you know, and
But
we
the
know
school
if
puts
we're
a print on them,
of course
doesn't
they
it?
do, yeah.
Or
Yes,
et labora, for goodness sake.
exactly, or et
That
labora
marks you
is
for
right.
life.
Which it does, and hence that's why obviously we've obviously come back into
Yeah.
the frame of things again. But we are very lucky and blessed to have a great bunch of girls up there, and you know they're so willing to get involved with everything, which is wonderful. Not just academically, but everything. The girls in school do a lot of fundraising as well, and they're just a great bunch of
Yeah.
girls.
The school is now, it's now almost the old school again, because it's been there a wee while now. The
Yeah,
new
22
school's been there a
years.
while.
Yeah,
How long?
22 years.
It's not there 22 years.
It is there 22
I remember
years,
I remember the sod being cut. And Perpetua was there on that day, and I came
That's
up from my yacht. I was down and I'd sailed into Carlingford, I'd come up the Irish coast, and I had to race up at top speed. And I suddenly realised, going in to take a few photographs of it just to capture it, because my children were involved in Our Ladies, I suddenly realised I was still in my yellow willy boots, and there I was going into the thing.
Yeah.
But it's been a great deal of history in Newry, because they were originally the walking nuns
walking
when they
nuns, that's
came.
right.
And they visited the homes of the poor.
That's right.
And were they the first nuns in Newry? I think maybe they were.
I'm
wouldn't
not
be sure.
100% sure now.
Yeah.
I'll be wrong in telling if it was or not. I'm not 100% sure, but they've done just so much for Newry,
Yeah,
as we all
absolutely.
know. You know,
Have you
they
any nuns there at all now?
Oh, we have. We've got Sister Yvonne.
Yvonne. Now is
Sister
she
Yvonne.
now which one is Yvonne? I'm trying to picture her.
Sister
There's the lady
Yvonne.
who's very, very keen on the wildlife around town. She's there now. She's a small nun, Banbridge woman. I can't remember
Yes.
her now.
Yeah, no, she's not in
Yeah.
the school now anymore,
No.
but it's no, Sister Yvonne is still there.
Yvonne's
and
there.
yeah,
And she's a
senior
teaching
leadership.
sister.
Yep,
Yes.
still teaching and member of the senior leadership team as well. So,
Yeah.
So
Success rate, you did very well, I see in the papers this
we
week.
did, yeah.
Tell
we
me
did.
about that success.
Well, we did extremely well. Like, we were on top, one of the top schools for the GCSEs, and in the top 11, I think, for the A level results. So, Our Ladies is always up there. It's
Oh,
always
you
up,
are. I know this thing. I've seen it. I've
up
followed
high.
the league tables. I
Yeah.
see this.
It's always up there, you
Yeah.
know. But again, it comes down to both the teachers and the students. They both work extremely hard, and want to work extremely hard, you know. So it's a full credit to all of them.
Would you tell Miss Pettigrew, that we would love her to come in and talk about that success?
I will surely.
And
yes, no
I'll have
problem.
my researcher on the programme, Sarah Gilbert, make contact with her, perhaps
Okay.
later today. So if
Okay.
she could keep an eye out for a call, we'll
Okay.
get her in this week to talk, bang the drum for Our Ladies. That's
Not a
the
problem,
thing
yeah.
we'll do.
Not a problem, I will
I'm
surely.
sure there's a buzz around the school this morning of sadness at the death yesterday of Peaches Geldof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Dreadful,
very sad
dreadful
news
bit
now,
of
yeah.
Absolutely.
awful thing.
Such a young lady.
Yeah. Madness, and such a
Yeah.
beautiful young lady. She just looked like a wee girl in the pictures, you know.
Just,
Yes.
Gosh,
no,
you know.
it's very, very sad now
Yeah,
this morning.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, let us remind the people again, it's Friday of this week,
Friday the 11th.
and it's the
April.
Canal Court Hotel.
Everybody
the-
to be in the Canal Court Hotel at 7:30, and there are some tickets still available
But
in
not
school,
many.
In
but
the
not
school?
an awful lot. Yeah, not a lot. So
Not a lot.
And
Yeah.
it's taking place in Miller's Suite.
Miller Suite,
And there will be an auction,
an auction,
and there will be a raffle, and there are fabulous prizes already.
fabulous prizes.
So
All
So we're
sounds
looking
good
forward.
to
Yeah,
me.
looking forward to having everybody there.
So, if you have any contact with Our Ladies at all in your deep DNA, or even if you don't, get into gear and get into the Canal Court Hotel this coming Friday night at 7:30 for the great fashion show, part of Newry Style Week, and also for all the great auction things that are going to occur, and prizes and raffles and all the rest of it. That's Friday night, 7:30 in the Canal Court Hotel.
Okay.
We shall
Thank you
play
very
you
much.
some music now.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Andrew,
Ron.
please.